everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. This could very well be the last time you see myself cooking. Ooh! Sorry, I have a broken tripod. This may be the last time you see myself cooking in this kitchen for the rest of summer. Unless it is early in the morning, like right now. Late at night, like I'm talking 11 o'clock type late, if I'm doing a canning session. Otherwise, I will be outside on the grill. I am going to try to stick a crock pot outside because it heats up my house too much. Or get a sun oven. So regardless, I'll still bring you videos, but they may just be in a different setting because my air conditioner is on the fritz and there's nothing I can do about it. So, with that being said, let's make a spin on goulash. And I say a spin because it is a new recipe that I'm trying today. Like, I made it up in my head. It's not out there on the internet. The only thing that is out there on the internet, besides like traditional goulash, is I do put blue cheese at the end because years ago I saw Rachel Ray do it on one of her shows. I saw her put blue cheese in it and I was like, how fabulous is that? Like, who doesn't love blue cheese? And it was fabulous, and now I can't eat it without the blue cheese. But other than that, this is just off the cuff. I wanted something a little different, and it's already heating up my house, but it's going to be good. So, in the bottom, there's the other onion. In the bottom of the pan, I put just a little bit of olive oil because my meat was frozen, and a pound of hamburger, and I let that brown, and then I just added in one medium chopped onion. You can use as much or as little onion as you want. Whatever size onion I have, that's the onion that I use. I don't use a half an onion or whatever. You know this. So, that's done, or that's not caramelizing, translucent. We're trying to just soften the onions a little bit. I didn't add any more fat because this is 80-20-ish beef. It's really good beef. We're so impressed with this beef. But anyway, there was just enough fat to where I didn't need to do any extra to get the onions going. Also, I will be giving you a garden tour tomorrow. So that should be up tomorrow. This video should be up today. It is Tuesday. And let me just apologize because I know that I've done 3 videos in the past month and a half. But I'm telling you, when it rains, it pours. We are now in the process of fixing up this house because we're going to have to live here for about 6 extra months, longer than what we thought we were going to have to. And so there were many things that we needed to do. I finally got the garden put together, and it is at my grandpa's and then also here. And I also don't have chickens anymore because a pack of coyotes came and wiped them out. So that was fun. So yeah, like just a lot of stuff. Plus, it's just been, it's been hot, and we've been trying to stay cool. And so I haven't, until I bought more propane, I hadn't really been doing much cooking. It's been more sandwiches. But I have made more room in my pantry, so I will be doing some canning. I want to get some of the meat canned up, and I'll be bringing you along for all of that. But I say all that to say I have a channel for you guys to go subscribe to and watch her very first video. I am so proud of her. She has a blog. I don't know how much she has on it yet, but she is very informational, and I just love her to death. She is a very dear friend of mine, and her YouTube channel is called The Simple Homestead Life. And she only has one video. She just made her first video a day or so ago and uploaded it. And it's a garden update, so any of you guys that like garden updates, go show her some love. Tell her that I sent you. And I am just so looking forward to the things that she has to come on her channel or her blog. She is so talented and just a sweetheart. I just can't say enough kind words about this woman. So, again, that is her, I think it's the name of her blog too, but her YouTube site or name is The Simple Homestead Life. And she just got moo-moos, and I'm super jealous because I want cows, but I'm really happy for her. And yeah, so go check her out. She will love it, and she doesn't know I'm giving her a shout out at all. I can just imagine her cheeks getting all red if she watches this video and hears me give her a shout out, but I just couldn't not do it. So, anyway, onions look good, so now let's add in our other ingredients. I have some pepper, I have some salt, and that's not what I wanted to do first, but that's okay. So, salt and pepper, and then one of the twists I'm doing today is we're deglazing with a little bit, maybe a third of a cup of some dry red wine. I'm feeling fancy today. I want something different. Oh, that smells so good. Maybe a little more. I love cooking with alcohol. This is completely optional for those that don't like it, but it gives such an extra depth of flavor. It's just so good. Okay, so that looks fabulous. And now I'm going to add in a pint of my beef stock. It's beef bone broth. And it is so rich. Get that. Make sure you get all those bits that are on the bottom of your pan, because those are just more flavor. And then to this, I am adding some dehydrated green pepper. I don't have any in my freezer, and I also don't have any fresh. Oh my goodness, that smells so good. And you can put as much or as little as you want. I actually like a good amount of pepper, like green peppers, in my goulash. It's taken me a minute because I have some red pepper in here, and I found out recently that for some reason red bell pepper upsets my stomach, but green bell pepper doesn't. Go figure. I'm just weird. Okay. And there should be plenty of liquid in here for those to rehydrate. Some crushed red pepper. Usually I put paprika in here, but I do not have any right now. But that's fine. I have some garlic powder, or you can use fresh. I actually have fresh, but I forgot to chop it. A little bit of onion powder, and that is just because it gives a different flavor. It gives a different flavor than fresh. Stir that in. 1 can of diced tomatoes. I usually use chopped, and I usually use homemade, but I'm all out of my home canned diced tomatoes and crushed tomatoes. All I have left is sauce. So 1 can of that with the juice, and I'm hoping that's enough. If not, I can always add more later. And then this is going, let me turn up the heat. I'm going to bring this up to a boil and then just let it simmer, take it back down to about a medium, and just let it go at a simmer for about 15-20 minutes until the peppers have rehydrated, and then I will bring you back. Okay, so this is gone. Ooh, it's smoky. Let me turn it back down. This is gone for about 20 minutes, and everything, well, the peppers are the only thing that need to rehydrate. It's rehydrated, and it's still a little too liquidy for my taste. So a trick is, instead of adding the cooked pasta into your finished goulash, is I will cook the pasta in the goulash. And I don't want a lot. I actually wasn't planning on putting any noodles in this, but this will help soak up. This will help soak up the stuff. I was just trying to be a little healthier, but I mean, who are we kidding? Who are we really kidding here? It's going to be comforting and delicious. Okay, so I'm going to let the noodles cook for their allotted time, about 8 to 10 minutes until they're al dente, and then I'll show you how I finish. Alright, so this is the consistency that I like mine. You can see it is thick, chunky, but it does still have a little bit of liquid in there. Some people like to make their goulash with the noodles being the main event per se, and just load it down with noodles, and then you have the meat and the vegetables that are all mixed in. I like it kind of the opposite. I want everything else to shine through, and then just have the noodles as a background, like to help, for instance, catch some of the juice or the beef, or just add a different layer of texture. That's how I like it. So let me show you how I do this. So I fill my bowl. Oh, it smells so good. One thing I will say is you don't want to season with any additional salt or pepper until after you put in your dairy, because it will change it up a bit. Okay, so there's that. And I don't add the sour cream to the whole pot, because if I reheat it, I don't want it to mess with the texture or anything. So add a nice dollop of that. And then the other secret I'm adding today is dill. I have a ton of fresh dill and no parsley. I just did a recipe a few days ago and used a ton of my parsley. So instead, we're gonna do dill. And it smells so good. So good. Use as much or as little as you want. There are no rules to cooking. And then, last but not least, is the blue cheese. Now this is Black River blue cheese. Don't know what that means, but it is the most tangy blue cheese and sharp blue cheese I've ever had. It is absolutely phenomenal. I found it at my Kroger, at their little cheese section. It was only $3 for this chunk, and it was worth every single penny. Alright. Now, let me wash my hands from doing that, and I will bring you in for a taste test and see how our little spin on it turned out. Okay, so stir everything together. Another reason I like to do the sour cream in the bowl is it lets it cool down just a tiny bit so that it doesn't separate. And that blue cheese is going to melt into there. Alright. We'll go in for a taste test. Oh my goodness. Wow. You can't taste the wine, but it has that background, because we didn't put a lot in. It has that background that gives it just enough of a wow. That's really good. And the dill, that sounded evil. I may have to start adding dill instead of parsley, because that is, wow. It is such a different flavor, but it is so good. It goes so well with the blue cheese and the wine. Everything. This is a new favorite. I just made a new recipe. This is getting written down today. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow for my garden update. Rain or shine, you will see my garden and how it's coming along. And again, I hope you check out my friend's channel, The Simple Homestead Life, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.